doing it all alone, then this is for you. Hi, my name is Leslie, aka Mother Motivated. I've been out here for a while, and I will be dropping some gems with you. And so stay with me until the end because if you're really feeling lost and you have no time for self care, then I really have something for you. So definitely stay with me. So, one main thing that I have realized just from dealing with and talking with mothers is that one of the main things that they're lacking is support. It sounds so simple. Support. We're looking around and we know what we need to do. We know how to do it. We know what to do, when to do it, and everything. But yet, we still can't get it done. And if that's you, I definitely have a message for you today because I find that so many moms are struggling. Why are you struggling when you don't need to be struggling? And if you take a look at the thumbnail, it says Mom Mentor Needed. One thing that, if you have not noticed, is that startup businesses have mentors. Why reinvent the wheel? So many of us as moms, we have had multiple success stories. But yet, we don't go out and get that help that we need. Why is that? Why are we struggling? And let me ask you this question. Why are you struggling? If a startup business can get a mentor to guide them along the way, do you think they're going to do it perfectly the first time around? No, absolutely not. It's not, let's say, logical to get everything right all the time. But I find that mothers, we tend to be perfectionists. We need to get everything done, everything right. We're hard on ourselves, and we don't have anyone to guide us. We are guiding our children. God gives us children, and they have guidance. They have their parents as their mentors. And of course, you have other adult mentors. But the idea is that we're never meant to do motherhood alone. Teachers have mentors. When they begin a job, they get a mentor, someone who is going to guide them along the way. Hi, Satoris, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. And if they have guidance, why don't you have guidance? Mom mentor needed now. Because moms, why are we stuck? Why don't you have a mentor? Why are you stuck in motherhood? Do you know what you need? Do you even know what you want? Well, I have some statistics for you that I'm sure you even know about, but I want to discuss it with you. And absolutely drop it in the comments and let me know what your thoughts are about this. And don't forget to stay until the end, especially if you're finding it hard to find time for yourself in this motherhood journey. Now, we have what we call invisible labor or the lack of help as a household manager. A lot of us are struggling at home, especially working moms. We work at home and some of us work outside of the home, but yet we don't have that help we call household manager. So what happens is we have jobs and then we come home and it's like another job. We're not enjoying it. And there are many reasons for that. You come home and the house is dirty and you know that you've cleaned it and everything else like that. There's so many things you can do. Many times we don't do it, but you know what to do, but you're not getting it done. You need a mentor. You feel like you're the default captain of the ship. Hi, Brianna. You feel like you're the default captain of the ship because you know what? When the ship is rocking, everyone is in there with you. The organizing of the schedules, booking doctor appointments, managing meals, doctor appointments. Forget the doctor appointments. You're the doctor. You're the nurse. You're the intake person who takes in the patient. You are the one who stays up with them overnight. You're the doctor who sleeps beside the child. I mean, there's just so many things that go on. and even kids' activities. And let me tell you, as they get older, it sometimes feels like it gets worse. I'm telling you. The ones with little kids, you think it's hard now? Wait until they get older and they have to go to activities and they have things at school or with friends or, with other family members. But even if you hire help or your spouse chips in, you find that you're still the one who's keeping the score. And it creates this big struggle within you. You know what to do, but yet you cannot get it done. You need a mentor. You need guidance. You need support. So, here, let me throw out some facts. As moms, we handle about 71% of household mental loads, planning, organizing, thinking ahead, and significantly more than fathers. In daily households, mothers report doing 73% of cognitive labor versus 27% of partners and 64% of physical labor. So not only are we working outside of the home, we are also pulling a lot of weight on the inside of the home. And even when we have that support and that help, we still find that we're struggling. Why are you struggling? You need support. A 2024 survey found that 75% of mothers say their household labor goes unnoticed. Do you feel like you're not seen? I see you because I totally understand. Carrying a mental load disproportionately is linked to higher levels of stress, depression, burnout, and lower relationship satisfaction. Hi, T Duck. How are you? And many moms find that there is a breakdown in their relationship because they have these internal struggles, and because you need a mentor to kind of guide you with these struggles to move you forward. Remember, business people have mentors. You need a mentor because you know what to do, but yet you're not getting it done. You're also having a lower relationship satisfaction. And so, with that said, all of these struggles and things that are going on are really hindering you from enjoying your motherhood, enjoying your life outside of motherhood. Why are you struggling? Don't forget to like and subscribe and stay with me until the end. Are you feeling lost? Because the struggle is so great, because you keep trying. Because moms, we're not the kind of people to give up. We try something else, and we try something else. And my thing is that you have to keep trying. But there's so many things you can do. You do not need to reinvent the wheel. And so between work, hi Brianna, between work, homeschooling, meals, Zoom calls, because I know a lot of you work at home, and kid stuff, like it doesn't even matter the age. You barely find time for prayer. That's another thing. And sometimes many of you are lacking that prayer time that is also creating that stress in your life because you don't have that guidance. Are you listening to the theme of what I'm talking about today? Is that you need guidance. You need a mentor. You need guidance. Stop doing it alone because you know what to do, but yet you're not getting it done. It's hard for you to get to Bible study because you're tired, you're drained, or even a moment to just breathe and connect with who you were before motherhood. Drop in the comments how many of you are finding it hard just to connect with yourself. back to, what you used to enjoy and what you loved before motherhood. And you find that you are struggling because you need guidance. You need a mentor. Faith comes by hearing. And yes, hearing by the word of God. But if you surround yourself with the right things, because it's the mindset change that you need. And when you hear the right things and stop talking negatively to yourself, it will guide you in the right direction that you need to go. Of course, with the word of God, because that's your guidance. That is your roadmap to life. And so, don't struggle alone. The emotional and spiritual toll is invisible labor, often triggers burnout, depression, and it diminishes a sense of self-worth. How many of you out there are losing that self-worth? You speak negatively to yourself. You're finding it hard to even look in the mirror and appreciate what you see. You see, one thing I was lacking this past week is that I needed to do my hair. And as you can see, I've got these wonderful twists, honestly, because I washed my hair today. And I twisted it so that I can do a wonderful twist out. And if you don't know what that is, that just means I'm going to take it out in the morning and have a nice, wonderful hairstyle. Sometimes as moms, we're forgetting to take care of ourselves. And I had to drop everything. I put some things aside and I said, I need to do this for me. Because when I look into the mirror, I need to be able to say, I love you. I need to be able to say, I am taking care of you. Are you taking care of yourself? There are some things that no one can do for you, that only you can do for yourself. And just knowing this, it should prompt you to say, I need a mentor. I need some guidance. And so, what is it going to cost you to not take care of yourself, your health, your spiritual well-being, your mental health, and more? Can I tell you what it cost me? Do you want to know? It cost me my health because I dropped everything that I was doing and I just became a mother. And it cost me my health because I took the very thing out of motherhood, which was myself. No mother is perfect. I know we all don't do it the same. But don't take yourself out of the equation, or else you will take yourself out of the equation. And some moms don't recover, pun intended. Some do not make it. So at the end of the day, will you take care of yourself? You don't want it to cost you your health. Because when your health fails, you can't do much. And you think that you want to do it all now. When all of those things go, there's not much you can do. And I'm telling you this from personal experience. I couldn't even get out the bed. I ended up in the hospital. Moms, take care of yourself. Okay? So let's all relax. Take a look at ourselves and say, I love you. And stay with me here. So moms, tools like the Fair Play method have helped families redistribute mental load. Some moms using it report improved mental health and stronger relationships. My main thing, of course, is that I look to the Word of God and I look to practical solutions. And this is what I help moms, do, is that practical step-by-step using the Word of God. And so don't forget that you definitely need to care for you. Here are some other fun facts when it comes up to finances and childcare. Many moms complain that childcare costs are eating up everything. If it wasn't for the Christian childcare subsidy or part-time grandma help, some of them would barely break even. And it's so great to have family around. Why? Because you're not doing it alone. Of course, you're going to pick and choose who you want to have care for your children because they take on the personalities of those around them. You know, they say birds of a feather flock together, and you want to be careful who you have your children around. Absolutely, definitely, especially when they're growing. But let me tell you this. In 2023, the national average cost for center-based childcare was about $9,200 per child per year. That's about 10% of the median household income. That exceeds 7% affordable threshold. We're spending so much money on childcare. What are you doing? Did you have to do it? Some of you have already come out of this whole childcare. To tell you the honest truth, I had family to help. So of course, as an educator, during the summers when my children were home, I was home. I chose a profession that I could be available for my children. What are you doing for childcare? Are you getting support? How are you working it out? Let me know in the comments. In 2022, full day care per child cost U.S. families around 8.9% and 16% of median income, ranging from $6,500 to $15,600 annually. That's a lot of money. Like, who's paying for this? Do you know how many moms have stayed home with their children because the cost of childcare has just grown astronomically? And it's almost the same as, how much they're getting paid. I mean, unless you're working this massive job, you pay in some other way because where more money comes in, hi, wee bojo, where you're getting paid more money, a lot of times more is required of you in that job. So you don't even have time for the child anyways. So you kind of have to pick and choose. And so for those of you who are here, maybe you don't have children yet, plan for them. Plan what you're going to do because children cost a good amount of money. And that can take a toll on your health, especially if you worry about it a lot. And you don't want to go around worrying about childcare costs and how much it's going to cost and different things like that. And this is where I help moms and I walk through a lot of things with you in regards to self-care and where you need that support. But moms, everywhere, it doesn't matter where you are, you need support. You need a mentor. And I'm going to be dropping the link to my masterclass in the comments. And I want for you to join me. This is completely free. And I would love to discuss this whole phenomenon of doing it alone with you. What is it costing you? Hi, Bojo from Indonesia. Good to see you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And tell me, what is it costing you? What is it costing you? Did you hear my words? In motherhood, what is all of this costing you? Center-based care for 2 children often exceeds annual rent or even college tuition in many states. This is a lot. Moms, listen to my words. What is this costing you? Not the child, because the child is not paying for this. Is this costing you your health? Is this costing you your mental strength? Are you stressed? Is this bringing on anxiety? Because there's so many things that happen in your health because we're worried about a lot of things going on. You need a mentor. So in this childcare crisis, it isn't just financial. It also pushes mothers out of the workforce, especially in the absence of affordable and accessible care. To tell you the honest truth, childcare can't be cheap. It can't. Because when you think about dealing with someone's child, It's a lot of work, and you should be paid accordingly. It's the same things we put up with in education. We get paid but so much money, and we're tired and stressed. This is why childcare costs so much money. Coming from an educator, and if we got paid what a babysitter got paid, we'd be making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. But we don't. And it costs a lot of educators their mental health. There's a lot that goes into caring for children. But at the end of the day, who is caring for you? You know what to do. You know how to do it. But you're still not getting it done. Why not? You need a mentor. It's so much easier to see the faults of others at times than it is to see the fault of yourself. We are hard on ourselves, and sometimes we say some bad things about ourselves. But let me tell you, you're not bad. You just need to know how to direct that energy. Speak positively to yourself. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. And go on and read the rest of that. And speak kindly to yourself. That is a part of your self-care. Because when you're good, your children feel your energy. Mama, as we have come to the end of this, what will it cost you to not take care of yourself? What will it cost you to not get support? Another year will pass. Will you still be standing in the same place? Will you still have the anxiety? Will you still feel the pressure? Will you still have a decline in health? Think about it. What is it costing you for not caring for yourself? Mom, you need support. And if this is resonating with you, don't forget to like and subscribe and share this with a friend. I'm going to drop the link to my masterclass in the comments, and I would love for you to register and come and let's discuss this live. This is free, and it's happening Wednesday, September 10th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I want you to be there because I'd love to speak with you live. And I want to address some of these topics, and especially the I can do it alone spirit. Because Mama, you cannot do it alone. There is no such thing. God never made us to be solo beings and live on an island by ourselves. We don't live on an island by ourselves. So come live to the masterclass. If you are that mother who is feeling like you can do it all alone, why are you like that? Who hurt you? You know, the saying goes, hurting people hurt other people. Think about it. You are never meant to do this alone. So, mothers of faith, if you feel like you're running a tiny country from your kitchen, you are not alone. You are seen, you are heard, and you are cherished. I want to say that I love you, and you should definitely love yourself. And so, we're talking about how moms were burnt out, were tired, were stressed. But at the end of the day, God hears you. And so don't forget to register for my masterclass. And let's discuss this in further detail. This is free. And let's talk about this I can do it alone spirit here. Because that is not true. You cannot do it alone. You need support. Stop struggling. You are not alone. And once again, if this resonated with you, Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and visit me here again. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.